Hey guys, it's Eden, and today I did my mommy makeup look. This is just a quick and easy 10-minute makeup look that really just makes me feel awake and fresh and gives me a little more oomph so I don't feel like I just kind of rolled out of bed and started my day. And I feel like it's just perfect for moms on the go. I have a son myself, he's a year and a half, and he's just so amazing, but I do not get a lot of time in the morning to get myself ready because I'm usually focused on getting him ready. So I just wanted to share how I do get myself ready in a hurry, just to help myself start my day a little bit better. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get into the video. Alright, so to start off this look, I'm going to go in with my concealer. I'm not going to use any foundation today because this is a really quick makeup look, and I don't feel like it's necessary on an everyday basis. So I'm just going to use my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. This is the shade Light Warm, and normally for a look like this I would go with the concealer that was more my skin tone, but because I love this concealer so much and it's the only one I have that really does look like skin, it's the one I wanted to use today. So you could go with one a little bit more like your skin tone, but this is the only shade I have right now. So I'm just going to go in the normal spots under my eyes and down the center of my face. Alright, and now since I'm not wearing foundation, I do like to take that same concealer and put it around my nose because I do get a little redness. I like to take my nose ring out for this. But I get a little bit of redness around my nose. I'm going to cover that up. Let me put a little bit more on my eyelids, just to cancel out any like veins because I'm not going to be wearing any black eyeshadow. Alright, and I just put a thin layer of concealer, not too much. I just want to kind of brighten up my under eyes and cover up the dark circles that I have. Now I'm going to set that using my e.l.f. loose powder. Now this powder, it's in soft luminous, so it has a little bit of kind of like almost sparkle when you first put it on, but I promise that like it doesn't stay like that. That goes away after, like, by the time I'm done doing my makeup. A little bit of sparkle that's there is gone. But this is the most finely milled, like, soft powder I think I've ever used, and it just literally doesn't look like powder under your eyes, and that's why I think it's so good for a look like this. So I'm just going to go in with my beauty blender and then push out any creases. Now I am going to lightly bake under my eyes, but I'm putting it in a smaller area, like just only right under my eyes, whereas I normally just kind of like pack it all on there. But when I want it to be super natural, I don't bake a whole bunch. But I personally have to bake every time I put concealer on because I do have a couple fine lines under there, and if I don't, it's just going to crease and that does not look good. So I always just bake a little, and I really just press that powder in there. And ever since I've been doing this technique, honestly, my concealer does not crease. So now I'm going to go ahead and powder the rest of my face. Even though I didn't put on foundation, I still like to powder the rest of my face just because I did powder under my eyes, so I don't want it to be like super matte under my eyes and then not everywhere else on my face. So I'm just going to take my powder brush. I'm going to swirl it around in my powder, which I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me, by the way. My favorite face powder. And I'm just going to put that all over my face. For the brows, I love to use a brow pencil to fill in my eyebrows. It really makes a difference. But sometimes it can take a really long time, so my favorite thing to do on a quick look like this is use my Loreal Brow Stylist Plumper. Mine's all faded so you can't really read it, but it's in the medium to dark shade. And what it is a tinted brow gel. You can see the brush there. And it really does make your hairs look thicker, so I just run this all through my brows. It keeps the hairs in place and also darkens them up. So quick, and that really just defines your eyebrows. Now we are almost done. I just always have to go in with some bronzer. I always need some bronzer in my life, so you can skip this if you want, but I really do just think it really makes a difference. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on my cheeks, my forehead, down the sides of my nose, jawline, and my neck. Alright, so what I did there was just put a little bit of my face powder on my big powder brush and just ran over my bronzer because I did put a little too much on originally, and with a look like this I don't want to go too heavy with the bronzer. I just like to put a little bit on my face to kind of give me a little bit of a tan. So now I'm going to go in with that same bronzer and this little fluffy crease brush, and I'm going to go down the sides of my nose. I pretty much always do this, not exactly to contour my nose, but because all the concealer and powder I put on kind of lightens up my face, and I want to define my nose just like I did with the bronzer on my cheeks. So I just get a little bit on there and just run down the sides of my nose, just so it's not like super white. The rest of my face tan. Now with that same crease brush, I'm going to go in the crease of my eye, just dust a little bit of this bronzer. Just to define my eye, not being super precise or anything, just kind of throwing it in there. Alrighty, now I'm going to go ahead and curl my eyelashes and put on some mascara. Now that is seriously it. Now I'm just going to go in with a little bit of lip gloss. This is my favorite, the NYX Butter Gloss, and this is in the shade Peanut Brittle. It's a gorgeous nude gloss, super natural and just perfect to throw on. Now this is a really pigmented gloss, like you really don't need that much. And it's like full color. Alrighty guys, so this is the completed look. Now you could always switch up the lip if you like more pink lip or whatever lip you normally go for, but this is how I normally do it, so I just wanted to share it with you guys, and thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye bye.